welcome. You are listening and tuning in to KBGA College Radio 89.9, live streaming here from the Zootown Arts Community Center. This is Play It Forward, a live stream and podcast series curated to unite and uplift community artists and organizations here in Missoula, sponsored by Rock and Rudy's. On the last Friday of every month, we're putting together a different live stream featuring local artists, and proceeds from this donation link right here, givebutter.com, 3, lowercase s, uppercase O, 8FG, is where you can donate. And basically each month the donations will go to a different organization. This month we're creating awareness of a really amazing local organization, Missoula Project Beacon. I'm gonna let Lauren discuss what Missoula Project Beacon is. Thank you, Lauren Small-Rodriguez, everybody.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Small-Rodriguez, and I am the program director for Project Beacon Missoula. And we are an OVC program, a grant initiative under All Nations Health Center, geared to supporting survivors who have experienced human trafficking, such as sex trafficking and labor trafficking. And so we're very thankful to have the ZAC and have KGPA reach out to us and to support our initiative. We're very honored to have this. Within Project Beacon, we are within 5 in the nation, and we are the only Project Beacon, the only program that's based to service Indigenous survivors of sex trafficking in Montana, but also surrounding states, so within our region. So this is a very groundbreaking program that we started, and we are grounded within Indigenous women who are leading our program. So we're very honored to be here, and we're honored to listen to beautiful music tonight that is played by Indigenous artists. So thank you, and Niaesh. And I would like to have also our case manager briefly introduce herself, and our eligibility specialist at All Nations Health Center. Thank you.
Dante, my name is Shayla Beaumont. I'm the case manager for Project Beacon at All Nations Health Center. And just like Lauren said, we're aimed at providing direct response and culturally relevant care to Indigenous survivors who are experiencing sexual violence, domestic violence, and human trafficking. Thank you so much for donating to us. And here is Laura.
Hi. My name is Laura Byrd. I'm the Eligibility Specialist at All Nations Health Center. And at All Nations, we are an integrated healthcare center. We provide a variety of services. And I'm very grateful to be here tonight to spend the evening. And I will go into detail later about what sort of services we offer. Thank you.
Okay, and on to our show. I would like to introduce Dylan Running Crane, who is one of the artists for Crybaby, and she is an Indigenous artist here locally in Missoula, Montana. So welcome, Dylan, with Crybaby.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Dylan, and I'm going to play a few songs for you. Pull the blinds over my eyes and keep it dark in here. Where has the time gone? It's been too long, and I've been whispering in your ear. And lonely afternoon, and I can only dream of you. So I put on another tune just to dance. What carries in through the wind? What meaning can be found? I would cover the whole ground for a chance. God leave mystery comes creeping through the leaves, and I know it's my time to cheat, so I will. You know it's always been you. And somehow we got through it all, the tidying up of all our selfish pains, our collective disgrace and the rules. Bending at the waist for different kinds of taste, something bitter and refrain, tell the truth. It happens every time, there's a flaw in my design, falling prey to a critic's eye, and so will you. And I'm sure it's got something to do with God. The way I used to see, I forgot. It doesn't mean that I don't see the way it swallows all of me. You know it's always been you. And somehow we got through it all, the tidying up of all our selfish pains, our collective disgrace and the rules.
Thanks. That was a new one. So here's an older one.
Don't even know what I am to you. Think we met once at a house show that I didn't even want to go to. You were stoned and afraid. I was tired but awake. If you'd said hi, I'm not sure what would have happened. You're a friend of a friend, a silly little means to an end. Say something once and they'll never hear it again. This town is way too small, and I think I'm getting too big, 'cause I'm afraid if I say one thing wrong, this will all sink. So am I a statue of a god turning bronze in the sun? Or am I a rotating wheel, splitting the ground with every single thing I want to feel? We are canvas totes, stolen bicycles, neighborhoods, worse than criminals put us down. No, don't even know what I am to you. Throw me out as soon as I don't want to be saved. And you're here and ashamed, and I'm gone, but I'm okay. Just clean up and leave your clothes in the wash. Am I a statue of a god turning bronze in the sun? Am I a rotating wheel, splitting the ground with every single thing I want to feel?
Thanks. All right. This is another new one. Walk by a welcome home sign, but it's not for me. Go into the store and it's 3:15, and I'm a shape-shifting lady in the street. Pull on your hat, take the songs from your voice, wear your shade like a mask. It's never been that kind of choice for a shape-shifting lady like me. Out in the dead of night, do you know which wrongs have been righted? And I've been down that road before. I've opened each and every door of the shame that keeps you sane. Take me to the park, let's tell each other secrets. And if you wanted to be fair, you won't steal away my sweetness. 'Cause I'm a shape-shifting lady with everything. Oh. Can you stay in one place for longer than a minute? Will you really see my face, and will you really, truly listen? I'm a red woman monster. I'm your most wonderful dream, and I'm a shape-shifting lady in the street. Out in the dead of night, do you know which wrongs have been right?
calm that comes right before, and this will stay the same. Thank you. This was Crybaby's first song that we learned together. Half a step lower and I sound pretty good, and half a step higher I think you'll hold me tighter, and I'm pretty tired of saying I'm pretty tired, 'cause I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm pretty, I'm tired, my Mom, there's something about bad behavior, and I think that it's time I made the time to call and thank her. I'm burnt out on selfish greed. I'm a thief, and I'm a thief of joy. I'm a thief of your sweaters. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know there's 100 sad songs like this, and I'm ripping off the bands who wrote the songs that I grew up with. And how do I learn to scream with this voice when all of my heroes are dirty, skinny white boys? And the nighttime she brings the whole world to her knees, but I'm scared of falling down, and I'm scared of forgetting how to breathe. Don't follow me. I hold on to heartache like she's all I have left, and I dream of a world where it's all that I get. And I'm slowly learning that the hardest part of keeping things together is letting them all fall apart. Here's a goofy little song. It's new. It was just the other day that I tried to write a letter to all the people who saved my life and made it so much better. And I found myself apologizing for taking 2 steps back on the empty and forgotten road that keeps me on track. Then I found a little love in where would be my next sorry. The postscript that I wrote and made too full of allegory. And it hit me then, I think, a simpler way to be. A shift in all the ways I used to mean what I mean. And it said, P.S. I'm still a kid, just figuring it out. Oh, it doesn't hurt too much when I fall to the ground. I have dug a lot of holes and lied my way out, and I dance on other people's hearts just to see what it's about. And I give up way too easy when something doesn't fit in the dozens of pretentious lines I give myself to give. Scrape up my knees on the barbed wire of my childhood dreams, and I know I've only got tomorrow, but I've got a lot of love to give instead of all this sorrow. So I guess it's just something I've been trying to say, that I will take a lot of spills and mostly be okay. And those brave souls who stayed will never have enough. They'll grab my hand and dust me off and bandage me up. Kid, just figuring it out. Oh, it doesn't hurt too much when I fall to the ground.
I'm so glad that happened at the end of that. I'll do this last one. This is also an old one that I wish the band was here for, but oh well, I miss you guys. Sick of. Hold on, I gotta start that over. Sick of picking up your cigarette butts you leave. Take me next time, and don't forget that I'm the thing holding us together.
holding us apart, keeping us like strangers, 'cause that's exactly what we are. And it makes sense, I guess, that it ended up like this. We never meant to hold on as tightly as we did, and I wish you well, and I hope that you're okay. But you know as well as I do that it had to be this way. 'Cause I am a rabbit with wings, you're some other stupid, silly thing, and I'm a mother getting murdered by a poisonous offspring. And I've really gotta go, and you really ought to know that we're incompatible. Step back just a little, we're two peas in pods, torn apart and non-committal, and I've been losing so long. Take this as it is or not at all. Take this as it is or not at all. Take this as it is or not at all. Take this as it is or not at all. Thank you.
You want one of these?
All right. That was so beautiful. That was awesome. All of you tuning in, thank you. Thank you for being here and listening. And so thankful for Crybaby artist Dylan Running Crane. She was amazing. She was amazing. So again, I would like just to send a reminder that for those tuning in and live streaming right now, if you can please donate to Missoula Project Beacon in helping our survivor services for Indigenous survivors of human trafficking and sexual violence. Again, I want to give that link out. It is givebutter.com, 3S08FG. So again, that is givebutter.com, 3S, is that a 0 or O? Okay, oh, that's what I thought. I'm like, it's a skinny. Okay, it's also linked in the stream, so that can also better give access for those just to click on to our live link. And please donate. Everything counts, and your donation directly helps with direct services for our survivors. And I also want to let everybody know that we not only provide services for Indigenous survivors, but also non-Indigenous as well. So that is also important to know. So we are just so thankful to be here. And now on to opening the next artist, who is Chloe from Red Clover. So please give an opening applaud to Chloe. So thank you.
Hey, everybody. My name is Chloe, also known as Red Clover, I guess. And before starting, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that's worked to make this happen. Thank you to the ZAC. Thank you to KBGA and everybody working here tonight. Thank you to Project Beacon and the people from the All Nation Center and all the amazing work that they're doing. And thank you to Dylan for your beautiful set. Yeah. So much gratitude. I love you all. It's lovely being here tonight. And before I start, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the future with everybody. Talk a little bit about what we want the future to be. And so I want to ask you all this, what do you want your future to look like? What future do you want your descendants to live in, your children to live in? And what do we need to do today to make that possible? What do we need to sacrifice in order to make that possible? And what sacrifices are we making today that we don't necessarily need to make, but are being pushed into making by the dominant structures that we all live under right now? What sacrifices are we making of our autonomy, of our identity, of our communities, and what can we do to stop doing those things? So, yeah. Also, I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. Is it? Okay, cool. That one? Okay. Soft as a moth's wing, false eyes prophesy, sighing. I can see my future when I look into your tail lights, blind and in a stupor. I forgot to say good night. I woke up in a dream, surrounded by lupin and clover. The house is burning. Won't you come over? And I can take my gloves off, dip my fingers in the holy water. I can take my coat off,
sacrifice my ties, and I can't keep a secret. It eats away my teeth and my slumber. If I can't take my clothes off, can I be the perfect lover? I dream of drowning, and when my face breaks the water, the moon comes down and calls me her daughter. And it's not my fault any longer. Cracking open over the kitchen sink, a pomegranate, empire shattered. I dream of spilling plates like chalice tips over guilt, overflows, and it's not too late to try. And it's not too late for life. I will not submit to predestination. Fatalistic visions of annihilation. I dream of drowning our
next song is about change.
Into starry lashes, lovers holding hands. Is there any use in trying to follow water into land? And my breath was not too shaky, and my palms were not too sweaty when I shook your hand and said goodbye. And my breath was not too shaky, and my palms were not too sweaty when I shook my hand and said goodbye. The ferns implored the mountains, won't you cover us before it's too late? Can you hold us in your caverns? Maybe we can be the ones to cheat fate. And the mountains said that they would fall, and the mountains said that they would fall. And my breath was not too shaky, and my hands were not too sweaty when I shook your hand and said goodbye. And my breath was not too shaky, and my palms were not too heavy, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I just wish that I had kissed you at the door. And I can hear the first bite of fall. And I can hear the sun when she does fall. And my hands were not too shaky, and my breath was not too heavy when I shook your hand and said goodbye. And my breath was not too shaky, and my palms were not too sweaty when I shook your hand and said goodbye.
Okay, before I get into this next and final song, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what the song is about, which is basically just the pure joy of pruning away those ways of relating to yourself and relating to other people that don't serve you anymore. Pruning away those things and coming into your body in in a different way, in an honest way, and like I said, in a joyful way. So, love yourself by resisting capitalism and colonialism, basically. Sorry, y'all. I was right the first time. In this body, something churns beneath my skin. Fruity pull behind amber glass. Fragments of satin velveteen. Waiting to be made real. I am dark throat shooting star. I am golden poppy. I am soft moss and hard copper. I am not this body. I will worship myself in the morning. Before a verdict has been made to rest on my open chest. I am dark throat shooting star. I am golden poppy. I am soft moss and hard copper. I am not this body. I am a flame in the absence of shame. I am all consuming. Thank you. Before I go, I just wanted to say, I did something a little different today. Instead of just doing my little song and dance and being awkward, I encouraged you all to think about the future and what we need to do. And one of those things that we need to do is listen to Indigenous women, listen to the leadership of Indigenous women. So please donate your money to Missoula Project Beacon, and have a good night.
That was so lovely. Thank you. Do you want to go through some of your PowerPoint? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever wants to. I'm gonna show this again.
Okay. Go ahead and, what side do you want to go on? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Red Clover. Thank you. They were so great. Oh my gosh. Round of applause. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Nia-ish. So we're going to go ahead and get started on a little presentation of our services. And so this is our logo. This is Project Beacon, and we're under All Nations Health Center. So go ahead. Oh, my battery's low, so let's go to the next one. All right, so our mission is providing foundational supportive services to Indigenous survivors of human trafficking using culturally relevant care. So our approach is culture-based and culturally rooted. So that's one of our focuses. Oh, next. Sorry. And this is just a brief, just photo intro of who we are, myself, and our case manager, and this is our program. So let's go to the next slide. And then here I'm going to have Shayla briefly discuss some of the outreach services that we do provide.
So part of case management for Project Beacon, it's our goal to get them in connection with services at All Nations Health Center or other resources available in the community. And what we offer at All Nations is education and prevention training of Indigenous human trafficking and sexual violence against Indigenous populations. We offer art therapy groups, and we are offering virtual services on our social media in respects to COVID regulations. So please look for us on Instagram and Facebook, Missoula Project Beacon. We also offer hotel vouchers as well as emergency service kits, hygiene and clothing essentials in case of emergency situations. We do have those available for Indigenous survivors as well. We also offer medicinal roots and plants and berry harvesting. We have those available as medicines as well. Sorry. We also provide outreach support services within the community as well. We also post those on our social media with respects to COVID guidelines as well, and trying to raise awareness for Missoula Project Beacon and violence against Indigenous populations, not only in Missoula, but other tribal nations in Montana as well. Go to the next slide.
Thanks, Shayla. And these are just some of the items that are in our survivor kits and the emergency cases that we've had since being granted our OVC grant of Project Beacon. And so we really customize our kits to if we had to leave an emergency situation with nothing but the clothes on our back, and even if we were partially clothed, what would we want? What would we need? And so we really thought hard, and the survivors that we do provide, these kits, they're so essential, they're so needed, and which is why we're teaming up on this initiative for fundraising for more services like these emergency kits. And I'm going to have Shayla briefly talk about what's in those kits, and the quality of materials that we use, and the essentials that make up our kits.
So on the screen, you'll see our survivor kits. In them, we have shoes available in case if, just like Lauren said, in case of emergency situations. We provide shirts, sweater, and sweatpants as well. It is Montana, so we did want to respect the weather conditions. We also offer gloves, hats, hand warmers. We also provide medicinal sage in case if an Indigenous survivor needs to smudge, just to give them that culturally respect, just to smudge and pray. We also provide lighters so they can also light the smudge. And we also provide hygiene essentials such as toothpaste, toothbrush, brushes, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and all the essentials you would need to provide us, or just to have a safe environment and clean environment as well.
We're just going to briefly talk about integrated health department programming. So within our emergency services that we do provide, such as hotel vouchers, such as meeting with especially an Indigenous sister who's in need, providing that care and just one-on-one support, that we're there for them. And we also provide in-house services. So part of the in-house survivor services that All Nations provides for Project Beacon survivors is medical health. And that consists of women health exams, IUD insertions, laboratory screenings, pregnancy testing, drug testing, STD testing, immunizations, minor surgery repairs. We also provide at All Nations children and family health and well-being exams and checkups, and as well as diabetes health and clinic. Along with medical, we also provide behavioral health services, and that includes integrated evaluations, chemical dependency, addiction counseling, trauma and sex counseling, therapeutic techniques, especially for sexual trauma, and group therapy, as well as family therapy counseling. And then we do hold a cultural healing component. We do have a cultural practitioner. His name is Corwin Yellow Kidney, and so we provide sweat lodge services, smudging services, medicinal berry harvest, and cultural guidance. And also within our program, we will be having a female woman elder who will be providing that guidance. And so so stay tuned. We are confirming that, and that will be available very shortly to have female elder guidance. And then one of the last departments at All Nations, these are all the departments that are within All Nations, is health promotion, and that is they provide a lot of community health related programming, such as dietitian services, All Nations Community Garden, food sovereignty, restoring our relationships, you name it. They have an amazing array of making ribbon skirts, really action-based, I guess, topics of like cultural, components of what keeps you grounded, I guess, and that's knowing, what to wear with your regalia, and understanding those important pieces. And so, actually, if you can go back, that would be great. I'm going to have our eligibility specialist. She's here right now. Her name is Laura Byrd, and she's going to briefly just discuss the eligibility, questions, and kind of fill everybody in as well.
Hi, my name is Laura Byrd. I'm the Eligibility Specialist with All Nations Health Center, and as Lauren stated, I do help individuals determine which health coverage options are best for them. And I do want to stress that at All Nations we do serve Native clients, but we also accept non-Native clients as well. Anyone is welcome to come and access care at All Nations. And I can assist individuals with Medicaid and Medicare and answer any questions they have in regards to their health coverage. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, Laura's really great, and she can help anybody with health coverage. So I wanted to make sure we have that. So I guess to talk a little bit of some of the cultural services that we do provide and that do need support, your support and services, we're going to go to the next slide, and that's going to be our medicinal harvest. And I'm going to have Shayla discuss a little bit about what that means to have to harvest together, especially in the healing process, and rooted in our culture and our ways to process trauma.
So behind us, you'll see our medicinal roots, sage, sweetgrass, cedar, and a part of our culture as Indigenous people, and just that interconnectedness together when we gather roots together, visit together, check up, and just be there for one another. And for Project Beacon, that's definitely what we're emphasizing, is just that sisterhood, brotherhood, bringing each other, just teaching each other. Project Beacon here in Missoula, we definitely are away from tribal lands and our families, and where a lot of our ceremonies do take place. So Project Beacon, by bringing root picking, by bringing that knowledge, that cultural knowledge, we're hoping to bridge that disconnect and bring that culture support to survivors in Missoula, not only survivors, but other Indigenous workers and other people who work firsthand with survivors of trauma as well. And also just emphasizing the medicinal berries. In our logo, you see the berries in our Project Beacon logo. Sorry, covering up my mouth when I'm trying to speak. But no, just the berries and just what they represent of Indigenous women in our cultures, and just how they do bring us together in that healing, not only for our health, but also just kind of what they represent in our ceremonies as well. Next slide. And then our art therapy series. On our virtual, art is definitely a part of our healing, so we are trying to get more virtual services and teach art therapy and get classes. And like Lauren said, the woman medicinal leader that we will be bringing on board. So trying to bring that more virtual service available to the public and the community as well.
To also add to that, myself and other advocates in this work, we are also artists. So with my experience in teaching art therapy components, these are actual real photos of art therapy with survivors. And so it's just very important. I feel working with your hands, working with art is very helpful, and helps with the healing, helps with bonding, especially lowering those barriers down and working with our hands. So that's going to be a very important also to support that. And we also are going to be working with our virtual services. We're going to be hosting art therapy for not just survivors, but those who are interested in being advocates and being volunteers. And so please also keep an eye out for our Missoula Project Beacon social media, as we will have those available, and they will fill up really fast. So keep an eye out for those, and for you to be a part, for you to experience the type of cultural art therapy that we're describing to you. And this is just a little bit of information. We are working with tribal nations, and in particular, most recent, we will be working with the Salish and Kootenai tribe. And so within this, I want to briefly discuss about the bill that was passed, which is called Savannah's Act, and that briefly talks about missing and murdered Indigenous peoples protocols on reservation communities. That each tribal nation is able to customize their protocol of response to when a person is missing in their community, tribal community, and how that goes about. how a person then connects from tribal police to state police to federal, and all of those law enforcement agencies, how they're all able to work together to customize each sovereign nation. This is really huge. This is a huge thing in our history that we're able to have each tribe, each nation, customize what that looks like to them. And so, so this is something that I want to acknowledge, not only for CSKT, but for all tribal nations. I also want to acknowledge that with CSKT, they're also, in accordance with Operation Lady Justice Task Force, they are also working on ways they can create a working force, ways they can also work with us here in Missoula, how we can also customize some of the programming with them. So with that, we're so thankful and we're so grateful for being here and for having the ZAC, having Rockin' Rudy's sponsor, and having these amazing artists to be here and to promote our work, promote our fight. Really, it's a fight that we're not going to give up on, and this is just the start. So so thank you all, and Nia Ish.
All right, I'm just going to plug in one last time. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this. Thank you so much, Missoula Project Beacon. Thank you, Chloe and Dylan. Yes, let's listen, let's support Indigenous people. This link right here is where you go to do that. givebutter.com/3SO8FG. That's givebutter.com/3SO8FG. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and playing it forward. This will also be available on the Facebook page afterwards. If you missed the music and everything, please tune in so you can celebrate. Thank you. Oh, I'd also really love to plug in as well. Is this still going? No? Yeah? Okay. One more thing I forgot to mention. We did an amazing podcast as well with Lenata Peppers hosting it. You can visit our website, Play It Forward, or our website, kbga.org, Play It Forward tab, and hear these artists and activists discussing their work with each other. It's really incredible and touches on just even more, so please tune in and listen to that as well. Thank you so much. Have a good night.